This integrated, much anticipated hybrid digital amplifier is finally in our possession to review. The C399 features NAD's HypX Encore amplifier, which until now was only available on the Master Series. It is also the first amplifier that incorporates NAD's latest generation modular design construction technology. Now, the question we're all wondering, does the C399 match or exceed the hype that so many expect? The wait is over. Let's see what the new C399 is capable of.
For all 10 of you subscribers that followed us at the beginning, one of our first videos we did was an interview with an NAD rep regarding the 399, and it took a while to get here. We expected it even about a month ago, but I don't know. They gave North America the 120 volt versions. We're a little bit delayed from the 240 volt versions in Europe. For those who didn't watch that video and want maybe additional information about this, can go ahead and watch it. Click the link below or at the link on top.
The new NAD C399 has a brand new HypX Encore amplifier featuring 180 watts into 8 ohm and 4 ohm, total harmonic distortion of 0.02%. It also has a brand new MDC architecture. At approximately $2,600 Canadian or $2,000 US, the NAD C399 is your most affordable Encore amplifier. The 399 also features 3 analog inputs, and one of those is a moving magnet phono stage. On the digital side, the 399 features HDMI ARC, 2 coaxials, and 2 optical inputs. It also has a pre-out and 2 sub-outs.
One thing that I was really excited about was the ability to add Dirac to this unit through the new MDC2 module. Why that's such important is everybody's situation is different. You know, if you have a room that maybe requires it more than another, at least you can address some of these problems.
One thing I really like about Dirac, it really allows you to fine-tune your system and improve room acoustics. We've reviewed and played with a few different NAD products now, and this one follows that same design structure. Just super simple looking, nice and clean, easy to use. You have a volume knob, your source selector, and one thing I like about this one, it has a nice, well-lit screen on it.
Overall, it just follows that classic design. It just, compared to the 368, it's just really just kind of a bigger version of that. One thing I do like about having a classic design is because any stuff that you might have bought in the past and also in the future, when it's the same follows, at least it looks like it's all from the same family.
Overall, the performance of the C399 did not disappoint. It sounds extremely nice and clean, really well detailed. The bass had a lot more depth than the older C368. I thought it was a really nice amp to listen to.
And to add on that for the bass part, which I know it's big importance to you, is with the Encore, I find, which is basically the latest chipset that was put in here in terms of Class D amplification. It seems to have that a little bit extra, I would say, that perception of extension that makes the bass sound a little bit more robust too.
I found with the C399, with its additional power, a lot more than the old 368, really commanded our PMC speakers really well. We performed our classic dB test on the C399 and around 65 decibels. Normal conversation level, I thought it was very well controlled. The bass was really nice and clean, the mid-range and the highs were nicely detailed and they were easy to follow. I found even at that low listening volume, it still had a really nice presentation, and it was really easy to listen to.
Louder volumes, we really did push it. I think we pushed it too much that you almost clipped it.
Hey, hold on a second.
we reached about 95 dB. That was really pushing, especially if you're using a full range song. You know, it's still when you're, as long as you're kind of below that with these speakers, you really can fill the room, and you can really feel the extra power from this and the 368. Always remember, you know, we're not using the easiest to drive or the most sensitive speakers, so that result with, say, a different speaker is way more power than most people would even need. Just to warn everybody though, and usually the nature with Class D amplifiers, when you clipped it, well, just a little clip, well, when we turned it up a little bit, it goes quickly from you know, pretty much no clipping, and it's a difference of a couple of dBs, then it goes into straight clipping. So always just watch out for that, because you don't want to damage your equipment.
I'm getting the blame for nothing today.
Yeah. That's the...
Jeez. All right. When it came to listening to the NAD C399, we listened to a wide variety of music. It's actually really nice to listen to. The two songs that stood out the most for me today, Dosum, Tunnel Fast. It's off his brand new album. I love this song. It gets me moving. It's very energetic. And with the 399, I found it did a wicked job playing it. The bass was really nice and clean. The mid-range and the vocal effects in there were very involving. It was nice to listen to.
So with this amp, it did set the stage really well. In the song, they kind of put that hi-hat, that kind of snappy hi-hat on the loop, what they want to do, they want to make it really apparent, and it's just pan just straight left and right, and you can really hear that. Everything else, they kind of more in the music is moved kind of more back and kind of fills up that center stage. This amp, it really did an excellent job. The one thing that I think people will love, especially people that listen to, let's say, EDM, the bass, it's got that feeling of, when I was talking about it earlier, that extra extension. I think that's part of the new Encore design that is in here. With that extension though, you still get that really kind of snappy, that snappy bass, and with that extra power, I just think it suits a lot for that genre music, as well as others, but yeah. I think this is really a strong point for that.
The second song that stood out to us, Khruangbin and Leon Bridges, that new collaboration, the song Mariella off their Fresh album. I love this song. That whole album is just so relaxed. It feels like perfect road trip music to me. With listening to this song on the amplifier, it was just like close your eyes and just relax. It did a really good job portraying all the instrumentation. There's a lot of musicians in Khruangbin, so I thought it was great.
And with that sound from a big band, the one thing is you can tell what they're trying to do is make it sound really large. There's a lot of resonance and reverb in this song and the way it's mixed, and I know some of the stuff, even though it's not live, they try to make it sound live. The one thing that this amplifier did, because I think the noise floor is super low on there, because you can pick up all on that resonance, and you can even hear that almost like that reverb of whether you're simulating room mics or anything like that. Because it can pick it up, it does make it sound large, and this amplifier does a really good job with it. In this track, and the way it's staged, and you can clearly hear it, is you got the vocals, which definitely sit like you're back in the stage again. Them using all that reverb really brings that out, and also the strings too as well. You can also tell that they're using a slider to create even more of that. I don't know, this effect that they're trying to. I don't know what you say they're trying to call, but this effect of like just a lot of resonance in this song. And I know, depending on the type of equipment you have, sometimes you can't pick on those nuances that make it sound a lot larger than it should be. And at this price point, from what I can think of, it's definitely one of the better ones that I've heard in this range.
We really recommend the C399 for people who want nice clean sound. Kind of like we said with the music, it kind of handles everything really well. Also, it'll power some pretty inefficient speakers with no problem and actually play them pretty loud. So you can use this in such a wide variety of systems. The nice part about this, when you add the Blue OS card, you can use it for streaming and everything, so it's a true all-in-one.
When you think of it at around $2,800 US after you add the MDC card to get the Dirac, or about $3,500 Canadian, it's still there's a lot of features that we had on there, because the fact that it has the Encore and as well as the Dirac up there, I think this would be one of the cheapest models with that kind of power at that price range. So when it comes to value, I think this is giving a lot for the money, and especially today. So when it comes to matching speakers, the nice thing is it's not load variant, or they claim that it's not load variant. So what that means is even a speaker has weird impedance fluctuations, it's supposed to be able to drive it pretty easily. And with that kind of power, you can drive so many speakers. And because of its neutral balance on sound of the speaker, let your speaker kind of just add the flavor to it. So and when you're matching that with something like the Wharfedale Lintons, from Kef speakers to what else? Dolly,
Focals.
Yeah, I would say everything. We had a chance to really try this with numerous stuff, and it
kind of does a good job on everything.
Yeah, it really does, and it's I can comfortably say that with this amount.
So was the NAD C399 worth the wait? We believe it really was. With the amount of tech you get in this amplifier and the MDC cards, it really is a really good value, even at that $3,500 price point with the Dirac card. Thanks for watching our video today on the NAD C399. If you have any questions about it, leave a comment below. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. See you in the next one.